Hi, people. Welcome.
Because what happens when the looks start to fade in women who've only put their value in their physical appearance? What happens?
Well, what happens is they end up with men who are equally shallow. Here's the thing, if I'm just a pretty face, I'm going to end up with a man who only likes pretty faces. Now, the reality is that man is so easily distracted.
Now, I said this to someone some days ago, and I said that you live longer with the soul than the body. So if someone can't connect with your soul and they come for you for your body, guess what? Once that body starts fading, the person starts leaving. The person will leave. The body is quite good. Yes, we are attracted to good things and all. But when your body starts fading, this would fall off. And the structure of your body would change once there is childbirth. If someone can't see you post patron, the person should not be with you pre whatever. Let me not speak English existing. Please, guys, please, ladies, don't stay with somebody because the person likes the kind of face that you have, the person likes the kind of body that you have, and whenever you are with that person, they just want to be touchy, just put their hands all over you. They don't have reasonable conversations about the future. They don't have reasonable conversation about your present. They don't talk about the things that matter. They don't give a value that is beyond your physical outfit or your physique.
With the next pretty face and the next 25-year-old and the next. So what will happen is you're in a constant competition with people you can't compete with for the rest of your life.
There's always going to be a prettier face than you have.
Just sold sex and I'm going to find a man who's addicted to sex. And men that are addicted to sex will always want novelty. You'll never be enough. So reality is when you create your identity on something so fragile, you attract somebody who's also very fragile, and then you end up in a lonely cycle, unfortunately.
Oh!
Yeah. Whereas when you develop something deep, you attract someone deeper, and your connection tends to be more long-lasting, God willing. It tends to be more long-lasting.
Right. I think I heard you share recently online something about like financial connection and emotional connection.
Yeah.
Can you explain more about that?
Yeah, I think what's happening, unfortunately, men are being indoctrinated into thinking that as long as you provide financially, you can get the hottest girl in the world, and as a result, you're a high value man and you've made it. But essentially, when you lead with finances, you attract a woman who's emotionally detached, because emotionally present women, finances does not compensate for lack of quality time.
Come on!
The rich a man is, she wants quality time. Whereas emotionally detached women, they don't care if you're gone for 6 months on a business trip, as long as they've got a bag and a house and a Rolls Royce and whatever it is. So when you're that man, you're going to attract that woman. So you think, I'm providing her with everything, she's not going to go anywhere. She's thinking, you provided me with everything, now I can go somewhere.
Wow.
So you've lured yourself into a false sense of security. A lot of really successful men will look at a woman and think, I've given her everything, she's not going to go anywhere. Because she's got external kind of extrinsic value, she's thinking, I've now got everything from this guy, where do I go next? So
what more can I get?
What more can I get?
From somewhere else.
And
cow.
So unfortunately...
Why is there not loyalty when a financially, a stable man is able to provide finances to their partner? Why is that loyalty not there?
Because the glue of the relationship is broken.
Superficial.
Yeah, it's superficial. The glue they used was superficial. The glue he's relying on is physical attraction.
I have to listen to this again because there's so much wisdom here.
The glue is weak. Whereas if the glue was emotional intimacy, absolutely you can get loyalty. You can't beat emotional intimacy when it comes to loyalty. Once you have emotional intimacy, it's very difficult for somebody to be your competition, because they know you in a way that nobody else can, and you can be vulnerable in a way nobody else can. But when you deprive your relationship of emotional intimacy, every single person is a competition. And this is something these people would jump.
One thing that you should seek, guys, is emotional intimacy. Like, vulnerability is the highest level of relationship there is. Some people in their prayer closet will be forming for Abba. Just like my sister said in the last podcast, where she said, you are in the house and you are praying like you are outside the house. God knows you in your heart. I told somebody once that God sees you pray naked. And the person was like, ew, that's gross. Please, God sees you praying naked. God sees you beyond the things. Just like God sees you praying naked, you're not wearing clothes in front of God. Your heart is open like this. So you don't tell God that I don't have problem with this. If you have a problem with something and you know that you are seeing this partner like someone that you can spend the rest of your life with, open up to them and say, I have problem with this. I have problem with that. I have problem with this. I am sick like this. I am sick like that. Whatever. But I don't know, but I would have an episode or a podcast on how soon is it or how long should it be before you can get vulnerable with someone. Like, you should know how long you have to take to get vulnerable with someone so that you not go in all in first and then snap. The person is like, oh, I don't know, you have so much issues with your life, and then I'll leave. Do you understand? Yeah.